I'd like to welcome everyone to our class of 2024 Freshman Orientation program. We will be doing a virtual Freshman Orientation for this year. My name is Bill Giovino. I'm the high school principal. Our other administration at the district and high school level are shown there on the screen. Dr. Arthur Abram is our superintendent of schools. Dr. Chris Dons and Mr. Michael Murphy are our assistants to the superintendent. Mr. Joshua Coatsworth is our director of special education. Mrs. Amber Abreu is our director of English language development. Mr. Sean Kennedy is our chief information officer. And you will meet the assistant principals at Lebanon High School on this video as well. So Mr. Bentz, Mr. Nordahl, Mr. Elias is our director of athletics. Mr. Watt is our dean of students, and you also meet Mr. Litka, who is our director of counseling for grades K through 12. The Lebanon School District has 5 educational priorities, which are number 1 being a data-driven culture. A relentless culture of reading is our second one. Our third one is we are a student-centered culture. The college and career readiness culture, and the culture of community connection. So those district priorities have been in place and will be in place through 2022. Lebanon High School was the first in the county and one of the first in all of Pennsylvania to be a one-to-one school, which means that all of our students received a device that they could take home with them so that they would have access to their learning 24 hours a day. Our students continue to be provided with this technology on a yearly basis. We use an iPad, and that allows us to not only let students take those devices home so that they have access to their learning, but also increase the personalized learning experiences here at Lebanon High School. We are on a trimester schedule, which is a little different than what you had at the middle school because you will have 5 classes per day, a minimum of 5 classes per day, every trimester, and those classes will change every trimester. One of the big changes moving from the middle school to the high school is that you must pass classes in order to earn credits to earn your diploma. And those include passing all of the Keystone Exams, as well as participating in an internship and creating a transition portfolio.
Greetings, I am Mr. Robert Nordahl, Assistant Principal at Lebanon High School for 9th and 10th grade. I'm here to talk to you today about the proficiency on the Keystone Exams and our Freshman Academy. Students are required to take the Keystone Exams in Algebra, Literature, and Biology. Algebra 1 Keystone Exam is administered at the completion of a student's 9th grade year. The Literature exam is administered at the completion of their 10th grade year, and students take both English 9 and English 10 here at Lebanon High School to prepare for that exam. The Biology exam is also administered at the end of their 10th grade year, and students prepare for the Keystone Exam by taking Life, Earth, and the Environment and Biology A and B in their 10th grade year. We also have a Freshman Academy that is continuing to improve the 9th grade experience at Lebanon High School. This year will be our 3rd year in the 9th grade academy model, and all teachers, with the exception of science teachers, will be housed in one area of the building to provide a specific learning environment for all students. We'll be using teams for 9th grade. Students will be in full-year teams for math and English, and they will rotate between their core classes throughout the year. Staff will be able to use student data to make sure that their experience is enhanced and that students are on track to graduate. Lastly, students will be partnered with peer mentors called Cedar Leaders. These upperclassmen will provide the students with the necessary support during the 9th grade tours, the first day of school, encouraging our 9th grade students to be engaged in various activities and provide peer support throughout the year.
I'm Mr. Bentz. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Lebanon High School. I'd like to discuss with you this afternoon components of our daily routine here at the high school. We open our doors in the morning at 7:25. We have 2 points of entry for the high school. At 7:25 in the morning, we have the west entrance, which is also the flagpole entrance, and we have the east entrance, which is at the large parking lot. As you enter the high school, you will have an opportunity from 7:25 until 7:50 to have breakfast. At 7:45 in the morning, a 10-minute bell will ring, giving you a warning that you have 10 minutes to get to first period. At 7:53, a 2-minute bell will ring, alerting you that you have a 2-minute warning to get moving and get to your first period on time. Being on time for first period here at Lebanon High School means you must be physically inside of your first period classroom. You will go throughout the course of the day. Every student here at the high school will have the opportunity to participate in breakfast. That again is from 7:25 to 7:50. All of our students here at the high school are provided a lunch over period 3. I will discuss that a little bit later on. If you are late to school, and hopefully none of you will be late to school, however, should that occur, you will report to the east entrance. Once again, the east entrance is also known as the entrance where the large parking lot is around back. Okay. School then, we will dismiss on a normal school day at 2:45 p.m. Other key components of being a new student here at Lebanon High School, some things that may be a little bit different than being a former Lebanon Middle School student. Everyone here has a lunch. You will all be assigned an academic support homeroom, and all of you will have at the minimum 5 classes every trimester. Classes, schedules, what does that look like? What does that mean? By August 24th, which is a Monday, August 24th, a paper schedule will be mailed to your homes, and your schedule will also be available online via Schoology. Now, to interpret and look at a sample schedule, what you'll see in front of you here is a student who has 5 classes. This student has period 1, algebra, Mrs. Reed. Period 2 is an English course with Mrs. Newswanger. Freshman, period 3 is broken down into 3A, 3B, 3C, and 3D. For this student, and for most, about 95% of all freshmen, you will eat lunch period 3A. As it says here, lunch T1, 3A. 3B for this student reports to academic support homeroom. We will later change that, and we'll discuss that later. That will become seminar. All freshmen will then have an academic course period 3C and 3D. This particular student will then period 4 see Mr. Eisenberg for health, and then Mr. Steller for period 5 for health 9. The schedule we're looking at presently is for all students who are not involved in our music department. What does the schedule look like for a student who's involved in our music program? Let's take a look. Period 1, this student has academic algebra 1 with Mrs. Rainier. Period 2, history with Mrs. Uzar. Now, here's where we have to kind of pay close attention if you're involved in the music program. This particular student has concert choir with Mr. Namoli and symphonic band with Mr. McGrory. How does this student get lunch, you might ask? Here we figure this out. Mr. Namoli and Mr. McGrory, they work collaboratively, and we've found out that we can be able to serve lunch to most of our music students 3B. If we have to adjust that, no problem. Those teachers will work with you and communicate that with you to allow you the opportunity to have your 30-minute lunch. When your lunch is over, that 30 minutes, you will return to the music department, the music classrooms. As you can see, period 3B to 3D is symphonic band. When period 3 is over, this student will then, as the bell rings, this student will then report to period 4 English and period 5 to end the day with Miss Bowman in Earth Science, period 5. So as you can see, the common thread with both schedules, every student will be in class period 1, period 2, period 4, period 5. The normal schedule has that student eating 3A. All freshmen eat 3A. Only you music folks, which is great, we're glad you're involved in music. You will have a little bit of a couple extra hurdles over that third period. However, what's key is to listen to Mr. Namoli and Mr. McGrory, and they will work with you to ensure that you get your 30-minute lunch. We're excited to have you here at Lebanon High School. Welcome to being a Cedar.
Hello everyone, my name is Carl Litka, and I am a counselor here at Lebanon High School. I'm also the K-12 Counseling Department Coordinator. At Lebanon High School, we follow our students throughout their career. So myself, I will have students A through C, last names A through C. Mrs. Catherine Klein Grove, she will have students with last names D through L. Mrs. Naomi Hernandez Fields, she will have students with last names M through RI. And Mrs. Stephanie Hawk, she will have students with last names RO through Z. I want to talk to you about a program that we have that's called Naviance. The Naviance program helps students to figure out what it is they want to do after high school. There's a lot of decisions to be made in regards to post-secondary planning for career decision making, for college exploration, and ways to get there, such as resume building and interview practice, scholarship search. So using the Naviance Career Program, students complete several assessments to help them identify their interests, their abilities, and what skills and assets they need to pursue certain careers. There's many different options out there. Throughout high school, you have chances to explore many different classes. However, what we try to do is have students connect their passions to action, and the career planning will help students do that. It will help you identify what it is you want to do when you graduate from high school. The college planning, again, it's difficult to decide what it is you want to do when you graduate. There's over 8,000 different colleges in the country. That's including 2-year colleges, 4-year colleges, technical school, not even mentioning the military as an option. The college planning resources and college selection resources will help you identify what majors you may be interested in, what parts of the country you would like to go to study. You will look at financial aid, and of course, try and help students to find money to finance their education, along with the FAFSA, with scholarships, and many different other options. All of this is part of Pennsylvania's program, Chapter 339, that is designed to help students figure out what they want to do when they graduate from high school, so they can have passion to get involved in their careers. They can connect their interests to career goals and education after Lebanon High School. Here's a list of some of the programs that we've done over the last several years here at Lebanon High School. We offer the ASVAB testing, the PSATs, of course, but some of the tests that you'll see here are listed, such as the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, the career interviews, financial aid seminar. These are some things that we provide to help students complete the next step and headed on to post-secondary plans, whatever their plans may be. We have various college tours, Thaddeus Stevens College, Harrisburg University, and that really changes depending on the year. We also have several community members that have come in the past to help students practice their interview skills. That might look different in our current situation, but that's part of getting prepared for the steps after high school. Thank you very much for your time. Please contact your counselors, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Hello, this is Mr. Elias, Lebanon School District Director of Athletics. Students in 9th grade can participate at the freshman level and in some sports at the varsity and junior varsity level. Free physicals are offered for all sports at different times during the school year. Please look for information and updates on Schoology, district's website, and social media. I hope you take the opportunity to get involved and transition into the high school by being involved in athletics. If you need to find a sport, please contact the athletic office, and we will certainly get in touch with the specific coach, and that coach will get involved with you. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your experience as you transition into the high school.
Thank you, Mr. Elias. If you're interested in other activities that we have at the high school, which would include clubs or our musical programs, you can contact me at the high school office. As we found out last spring, it's very important to be able to have internet connection at home. We have a couple programs I'd like to introduce, or hopefully reintroduce to you. One is the 1 Million Project Foundation, which is a way for us to get free internet to your homes. If you are interested, please contact Mr. Sean Kennedy for more information. His email is on our screen. As well as Comcast reduced rate internet information. You can also contact Mr. Kennedy in the tech office. We have 3 major booster organizations, and we'd like families to get involved in at least one of those. Academic boosters meet the first Thursday of every month at 5:30 p.m. in the high school cafeteria. Mrs. Yvette Sheets is in charge. She's our president, and her contact information is there. Mr. Elias, again, who you met, will help you out if you want to be involved with athletic boosters. They meet the 4th Tuesday of every month at 6:30 in the high school cafeteria. And our music boosters meet the 2nd Monday of every month at 6 o'clock in the high school band room. You can contact our band director, Mr. Colin McGrory. Some important information and the contact information that you will want. So you can refer back to this presentation many times, as it will be archived and you will be able to access it at any time. So for Schoology and PowerSchool parent information, so that you are getting emails or that you can be able to access your child's information online, Mr. Zachary Musser is the person you will contact. If you have questions or if you have some feedback about our Title I parent and family engagement policies, please let me know. And if you are looking for bus pass information, you will need a bus pass to ride any of our district buses, whether it's to or from school or to or from the CTC. As you move on later in your career, you'll need to contact Miss Rachel Cologne. Your class advisor will be Mrs. Allison Shirk. You will get a lot of Schoology messages from her, and you will meet her on the first day of school. It's never too early to start thinking about your future, as Mr. Litka was saying earlier. So if you want information about our Lebanon County Career and Technology Center, Mrs. Kelly Flowers, her contact information is on the screen for you. With our virtual freshman orientation program, which is getting close to completing, we'd also like to invite you to come to Lebanon High School the week of August 24th. So we're talking about Monday through Thursday from 5 to 7:15 p.m. to have a 30-minute guided tour of our school. Please note that these tours may be canceled if our state leaders announce a change to our current reopening status. We're doing the tours in small groups to adhere to social distancing guidelines and keep our numbers to a minimum while on campus. The steps are there for you. The link will be sent out as a letter, and that letter will be mailed as well as emailed home to you. We ask that you sign up for, please, only one time per family. In case I know we have some twins in the class of 2024. So please, just one per family, and then we will limit the tour groups to 25 people. We ask that you report to the east entrance at your scheduled arrival time, which again is the big parking lot in the back of our school. We will have some signs out there to arrange you or to organize you by your time slot. So if it's 5, 5:15, 5:30, you'll see signs, and that's where you can line up and you can still socially distance. Then we will have you follow those social distancing guidelines while you enter the building, go on your tour, and exit the building. For these tours and for everything at Lebanon High School, a mask must be worn at all times. Again, I'd like to thank you for watching our virtual freshman orientation program. I'd like to thank Mr. Musser for putting this together, as well as everyone who participated this evening. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you on campus for your tour.